Well, that was a lot of fun. Sorry for the slight delay, everybody. We are here at the City Market Building for the first ever City Market Building Ghost Hunt. I'm Elliot Broyles, your host tonight, and we are inside the City Market Building. I'm also the executive director of the foundation that manages this building. So before we get started, I wanted to thank some of our restaurants here in the building. Bayou Snowballs, Scrambled, Wall Street Tavern, Gyro in the Market, Hong Kong Restaurant, Doner Kebab, Caribica Soul, Blue Ridge Burrito, and Fork in the Market. We are about to go live in a Facebook live on Facebook on the third floor, attic, and basements of this building. We have heard from people for years now that this building is haunted. We hear from people that stand out in Market Square, right out front, and look up in the third floor windows and see ghosts. We, working here, have never seen ghosts here. But we're excited to find out what Star City Paranormal finds. So let's kick it off with them. We'll send it upstairs so that Rob can introduce the crew.
Hey guys, you're catching Star City Live coming at you downtown in the historic Roanoke City Market Building. Here tonight we have Sierra, Ryan, Jason, and Chad. We're actually going to be dispersing here in just one moment and actually them going to their locations, and we'll be investigating tonight. If you follow me over here, I'll show you some of the equipment we'll be using tonight. So as you can see here, we got a lot of equipment set up here tonight. We're going to be using SBS 7s, SBS 11s, which are known as spirit boxes. If any of you guys have watched any of your paranormal shows on TV, so you know exactly what we're talking about. We're going to have a K2s right here, millimeters going, as well as maybe even some drone flight in your higher elevation areas inside the hump. We also have a really nice tool that we're going to be using tonight, and that is a Huff paranormal box. Very few of those are out in the public right now. So stay tuned. We'll be tossing down to Elliot right now. We're going to be turning the lights out, so he's probably going to get scared. So give us 1 second while we can radio down to him.
Afraid of the dark. Please, me? Maybe a little bit. For those of you who don't watch ghost shows, I want to explain what some of the pieces of equipment Rob just told you about are. First of all, spirit boxes. A spirit box, if you've watched a ghost show, is that telltale sound. It puts kind of electromagnetic energy into the air or sound waves into the air so that a ghost has something to talk through. And very often you hear a voice, a word, 2 words, several words that come through those machines. A K2 meter detects electromagnetic fields. The Mel meter does about the same thing, but also detects air temperature. So we're about to get going here, send it back up to the guys, but before we do, I want to let you know that we'll be watching your comments here on Facebook. If you see anything, if you hear anything that we may have missed or that the ghost hunting crew may have missed, let us know in your comments. Also, if you have questions, make sure you ask them. We will be answering questions in between different segments here as we toss from attic to third floor to the basements. Post your questions, post your comments, and let us know if you see anything. Let's get started now by sending it right back up to Rob and the crew on the third floor.
Nice.
You don't have none. It's all boy shorts. Apparently that's the new thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I can see Sonya coming over here. We won't video that.
All right, looks like they've got some work to do getting up in the attic. While they are getting ready, we're going to send it down to the basement with Jason.
If you come over to this device beside me, you can speak into it. Do you stay down here? You don't have to be afraid. We just want to communicate. Can you come and stand beside me? That way you can talk into the device. People say they get a creepy feeling when they come down here. Can you tell me why? How many are in this room with me?
So for anybody up here with us, we have right here what's called a spirit box. If you come through it, you can talk through it, we can hear what you got to say. So is there anybody up here in the attic with us? I guess I'm kind of rude. My name's Chad, that's Ryan, that's Sierra. Can you tell us your name?
How many people are up here?
If there is somebody up here with us, can you make a noise, knock on something, touch one of us? We do have 2 green lights over here and 1 orange. If you come next to them, wave your hand in front of them, touch them, they'll go off. They're not going to hurt you. They'll just let us know that you're here. Or even this silver little rod, you touch it like that, it'll go off. Do you not want to talk to us right now? A little bit of something.
How old are you?
Are you a boy or are you a girl? whatever came through, can you come through again? Maybe talk a little louder. We're only catching a little blipsy. Can you talk a little louder? I know it might be hard. In order for us to talk to you, we gotta understand you.
Can you try to tell us your name?
That was over a couple of frequencies too. Well, thank you for trying. We can't quite understand what you're saying. So we do appreciate the attempt to communicate with us.
So we actually had a little action there on the Spirit Box. We had a couple of people, Nikki Hooper and Crystal Bolton, who asked, what's the noise? And I realized with some of the technical difficulties we had right up front that you may not have heard the introduction to some of that equipment. That noise, the kind of alternating static that you hear is the Spirit Box, and it sends sound waves into the atmosphere, allows a ghost to kind of pick up that energy and speak back. So when you hear a voice like Sandra King Hudson heard a child voice, when you hear a voice like that, sometimes it's words, sometimes it's just a noise. You know, that's coming through. It comes through the static. Whatever the ghost is or the spirit picks up that energy and is able to theoretically talk. Now, there are some obvious skeptics watching us here today. Michael Cox says, spoiler alert, we are not going to find anything. And Michael, I hate to break it to you, that is possible. When you do a live ghost hunt, we only have 30, 45 minutes here. We're gonna spend live. It's quite possible we don't find anything. But I also want to let you know that with Star City Paranormal, they're going to stick around after we stop live streaming. They're going to do it like they normally would and kind of investigate the building into probably the wee hours of the night here. And we'll see. We'll see even after the live stream if we find anything. Timothy Martin, watching in Roanoke, saw a shadow behind one of the people that was on the screen. So we've already got a child's voice. We've got a shadow behind one of the people that was in the attic. I think we should probably head right back to where we had the most recent activity, which is the attic. Let's send it right back up there.
Further down this way.
All right, so we have some action up there, but we're going to send to the third floor event space with Rob. He's set up, as you can see, some of the equipment there. He's got these two little light things. They're shining at the wall, and when Rob stands up and goes wherever he's going, I think we'll be able to see when the cameraman pans to the right there. You should be able to see the green dots on the wall. If you notice anything move in front of those green lights that is not Rob, then let us know in the comments, and let us know what you hear here.
Set up a little bit of K2 right here, see if we can get some of the screen on this. Is there anybody in this room who wishes to talk to us? I heard this used to be a boxing ring. Is that true? Did you used to box here? How old are you? Can you see us? I'll give you a simple question. How many people are in this room with us right now? I'm going to do something for you. So if you look at the walls in here, you can see all these little green lights. If you can go up and touch one of them, let me know you're here. Or I'm holding a little device in my hand. It's a green light on it. If you come up and touch it, it'll light up as well. Can you come touch that?
Can you block out the light again?
It's starting to go down here.
Are you draining the batteries?
That's what it sounds like.
You can use the batteries for your energy.
The lights are starting to dim.
Yeah. Those are brand new, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
You just did it again.
What, is it not?
Are you pulling energy from the devices around us?
Please use as much energy as you can. Was that your problem before? You didn't have enough energy? You used it all on the couple times that you tried to talk to us? That it's starting to go really down. Can you see the, over there?
Look to the one. Well, all that static is just the pipe. While that static is at a minimum, you can actually talk through here and should be able to hear you pretty clearly.
So some more activity with the Spirit Box, which has turned out to give us a little something at least. Looked like Jennifer heard something, another possibly child voice. It seems like the attic has some sort of child voice in it at least, and I know we're not getting words, but it's at least something. About the attic, Stephen Stanley, who obviously has probably been in our City Market Building attic, says the attic is not safe and there are plenty of places to fall through the floor. You may know this, but in 2011 this building was renovated. The attic was part of that renovation. They put some electrical equipment up there, some of the HVAC systems that was changed throughout the building, and there is a nice hard floor for most of it. So those ghost hunters that are up there right now are perfectly safe, I assure you. Unless one falls through the floor, in that case, they're not safe at all. Angela Harmon correctly answered a question that somebody else had about the green lights that you saw on the wall. That is a laser grid, and a lot of people were asking, what is the green? What are all the green dots that you see on the third floor there? A laser grid allows you, if some sort of spirit with at least a tiny bit of mass, or even just a movement through the room that is not human, can alter some of those lights. So they can either go away as something passes by, as you see when Rob walks by those lights. They can totally disappear, but they can also kind of shift if there is a shift in the energy in the room. And so that's what you want to pay attention to if you're watching for some of that movement. Seems like we're onto something here, and I've been a little bit long-winded here because we are going to pull everybody out of the attic. I'm being told that we're going to bring everybody down into the third floor space. Since we're short on time, we kind of want to focus on where we've had the most activity and bring the group together. Again, they will be hunting, so if we find something after this live stream is over, then we will certainly post it on our Facebook page. But for now, we are still going, and we're going to bring everybody down into the third floor event space, and they're going to check out what they see. Oh, I wanted to mention that you may have seen it in the attic, that they were mentioning that there was a light blocked out at the end of the attic. That's on the entire other side of the building. Something had crossed in front of that light. So very interesting activity up in the attic. So right now we are going to send it down to from the attic to the third floor with Rob.
We're going to try something different. I'm going to mute this box. And I have a flashlight set up over here. You can do one or two things. You can touch the flashlight, like you just did, or you can touch the meter. So if you're here with us right now, I want you to turn that flashlight off. Can you turn the flashlight off? Come on, just turn it. I know you can do it. Just a little bit more. Did one of y'all just move?
I keep hearing it upstairs.
Did any of y'all just move in this room?
No.
I actually seen something right here, and if you had that on camera, I know you had to have caught it. Right here where my finger is, there was a straight line. Can you turn that light back on for me? Turn it back on and we'll leave the room. I promise you. I've got goosebumps. Look at my face. Look at my neck. Are you touching me right now? I want you to turn that light out. And I want you to come touch me. I'm taking my shirt off. Turn that light out. Come over here and touch me. I feel like the hair is standing up on me, on the back of my neck and my arms. I'm hot, but yet I've got chill bumps on my arms. Turn that light back on for me. And I promise you, turn it back on and we'll leave you. We're going to leave because I kept my word with you. We're going to come back and talk to you. We're going to go down to the basement. If you'd like, you can follow us down there, okay? I'm going to leave my light here for you to play with. Maybe you can get some energy out of that.
All right, so legitimate activity. We have lights on and off. Ironically enough, through this whole process, Jason has been down in the basement. We're going to check back in with him. If you're watching on the live feed right now, make sure you share this. The more ghost watchers, the better.
So sometimes you hear stuff that you didn't. And okay.
Well, it almost sounds like a laugh, but.
Alright, so we're down here in the basement. I'm going to try a little something down here. Got a flashlight set up. I have a little EMF pump. Basically what this is going to do, it's going to put energy into the air. So if something needs some extra push, such as now. Are you touching my light? So obviously you like my flashlight. So let's play a game. If you are a female, turn the light on now. If you are a male, turn the light on now. If you would like us to leave this room, turn the light on. Can I ask why you want us to leave the room? Because we really want to talk to you. We've came a long way.
It was a little delayed from the. Do you want us to leave for when it actually came on?
Yeah. Do you want to talk to Sierra?
Cool.
I'm going to step back. And I'm going to let the lovely Sierra speak. So obviously I have a harsh voice.
Do you like me because I'm female? No. That's cool too. Do you like being in the basement? Can you turn the light on for that? Are you still with us?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yep. Good. I'm glad. Do you like me? Do you not like me? You want me to go away? I'm not sure what that means. You gotta turn it all the way off. Okay, cool. Yep. I'll go away. Bye.
Are you stuck in the basement?
Do you want us to go back upstairs into the ballroom? If you do, turn the light on. All you gotta do is touch it.
So what's in the ballroom doesn't want us in the ballroom. What's in the basement doesn't want us in the basement.
Are you the same individual that we spoke with upstairs in the ballroom? If so, turn the light off.
Are you just messing with us at this point?
I'm hoping to give you energy so you can speak clearer to us.
You think it's funny you made us leave the ballroom and then you want us to leave the basement? Yes,
Wow.
It's very funny.
Wow.
And there it goes again.
It literally just turned off our unit. Awesome.
I'd do some stuff like that if it was me.
Yep. So I'll tell you what. Shut it off. We'll go back to the ballroom. Are you too weak to turn the light off?
Watch everything go off.
All right, we'll go back to the ballroom.
So some more activity. And I wanted to mention, you know, the Maglite situation. A lot of people say that a lot of ghost hunters, professional ghost hunters, say that it's an unreliable tactic to use when you're looking for ghosts. You basically take a Maglite, a regular flashlight that twists on and off, and you put it right to the brink of turning on or off, and you set it down and you back away. What's unreliable about that is if there are vibrations, if you walk by the flashlight, It can turn on and off. So in this case, what you saw from professional paranormal investigators here is that you can kind of adjust your walking, not move around, and also recognize that some of the answers you get, a yes or no and on and off, could be kind of a false flag type of thing. You're not actually getting an answer. And if you ask a question and the answer is so delayed, even these guys recognize that that wasn't an answer to their direct question. We had some comments. Mira Rose says there are remote control flashlights. Rob showed me his equipment in advance. There was no remote. I watched it as it came out of the box today, so it's not, you think he was hiding a remote in his pocket. I think we could see him for a lot of those times, so certainly not a remote control flashlight. Michael Harmon asked what the room temperature is. If you can text Rob and get the room temperature just so we can see what that is. Kimberly Smith, nothing good happens until after midnight. But we are at 9:50 something right now, and obviously getting some paranormal activity. Sandra Hudson replying to that, spirits can communicate 24/7. So yeah, obviously they can be around anytime, anywhere. Which brings me to my next comment. There was somebody, I was trying to scroll back and find who it was, but somebody who commented that just what they want in a place they come for lunch, ghosts. There is absolutely nothing to be afraid of, and if you've come here for lunch, you know that there are not ghosts attacking you while you eat a burger from Wall Street Tavern or a gyro from Gyro in the Market. So it's certainly a safe atmosphere. There's nothing to be concerned about. Obviously a great time tonight. We are going to end the live stream right now, but as I said, Star City Paranormal is going to stay here and continue the investigation. If we find anything of significance, we will post it on our Facebook page. But we've gotten a lot tonight. We've gotten some EVPs up in the attic. We've gotten some spirit box activity in the attic and on the third floor. Attic sounded like a kid's voice. Downstairs or third floor, kind of hard to tell what voice that was or what type of spirit, what they were saying. But certainly the flashlight, the Maglite activity was telling, because on the third floor at least, they were immediately answering a question that Rob or one of the other paranormal investigators was asking. So absolutely amazing work upstairs, guys. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you so much. This video will stick around so you can watch it over again. And if you see anything that you missed or we missed during the show, make sure you post a comment on Facebook so that we can see that. Thanks to all of our restaurants in the building. Thank you to everybody tuning in. We appreciate your time tonight, and thanks for sticking with us through the slight technical difficulties up front. But we have completed the first ever City Market Building Ghost Hunt. We may do this again next year or even earlier, but check back on Facebook, and thanks for tuning in.